That said Apex, however, they are taking them on in a best of one, and I suspect they're coming in as favorites. FaZe Clan, it's been wonky. Stage 2 a whole lot better than Stage 1. Chad Sponge Birchall joining me in the booth.
Yeah, they're embattled now, FaZe. This is a map they've played a bunch of times, and one that they've had to get through in close overtime affairs. So I'm sure that they're feeling that this could be a comfortable map. They've got the reps, but you're going up against the reigning major champs. Seaside start. What looks like will be pressure onto their old teammate, Rops at ramp early, who has the dual Berettas. Carrigan with the P250, searching yard, noted now.
Hasn't lost his life, and Robs, they're coming for you. Dual Beretta's put down by Jacob. That's a massive start. Good clawback from Mezzi. Rounds the corner and gets the belated trade. Frozen in the meantime has slipped through the smoke squeak. Maybe can subvert the expectation of Flamesy, responsible for door. Has the angle. Frozen's got the headshot. Strong start. Apex got a lot to do. Gonna get overwhelmed here. 3 players charging at him. It's Brokey that brings him down. Mezzi and Zaiwu. Conversation, bullet to the head. Frozen's hitting everything he takes. And it looks like FaZe Clan's pistol is coming their way quick. Frozen with 3.
Okay, I like that. They go knocking on the door of ramp. They're able to take down Rops there. Great opener from Jacob, right? He's an individual that any moment he does anything, Carrigan is going to be G'ing up his boy. Obviously, major rookie in his own right. It's been a tough major, stage 1. No one thought that they would go any further than stage 2, but they're offering up a 3-0 and now coming into this. Vitality last major, Austin started off losing to Legacy in the best of 1, so they know it's tough to get things rolling.
Absolutely, and that's backed by science. It requires more force to overcome static friction, get an object started rather than keeping it moving. We've seen it throughout the majors. Vitality have encountered it, as you highlighted, versus Legacy previous, and FaZe, they've had plenty of time to get moving.
Yeah, now FaZe, my concern is going to come on the CT side. I think there's definitely some holes in the spread of where the players are tasked with holding, as we do get the force buy out of Vitality. Now, 2 players burrowing in towards lower. We're on board with them now. Twists, he's the main yard control player behind these smoke walls. He reports nothing for now. This is probably more comfortable for Carrigan to call against, right? A team that he's familiar with. He plays meta Counter-Strike. As they smoke off main, they also remove vision from lockers and take control of warehouse. Now this secret activation doesn't want to try and pop in. Brokey.
Damn.
Another player who's been having a tough tournament. Would great to see him get going. If you have a good Brokey and a Jacob game, you ain't keeping Twist and Frozen quiet, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, Frozen, incredible performance. On Nuke especially, just felt like he was destined for doubles every time they came knocking on his ramp door. Zaiwu has been spotted out. Carrigan confirms secret is occupied. Flames does manage to scavenge Mezzi's MP9. It's only 30 seconds though. That T side will need to find its finish.
Looks like they're going in towards A.
And they've got his 2-man cut set up. This could hurt. Not if Jacob finishes another one. Trade required. Frozen provides. Job done. Site taken. Zai with the last to fall. Frozen again with these doubles, entering into the A site. Did it on the pistol, does it in the second round up against this force.
Yeah, beautiful stuff, right? Twist and Frozen, they're the headline acts of this FaZe roster, and they've been delivering throughout stage 1 and stage 2. That's why it's the supporting cast and some good calls from Carrigan that could be the difference maker in this one. Reigning major champs and team of the year, I think that is almost locked in at this point, but they have shown they do bleed. And this is definitely not been as good as the first half of 2025, but still 14 consecutive top 4 finishes, 15 events in total, 10 grand finals, 8 trophies, 4 semis, and their worst placement was their very first event back at Bounty, where it was 5th to 8th. So they've just been running with some momentum, but sure, I think once you hit the bar, we expect you to stay there. So there's a lot of Vitality doubters out there. Coming in and having a strong stage 3, locking yourself in for the playoffs might do some wonders in wiping that away and restoring some faith. But in my opinion, Vitality is still one of the top 3 favorite teams at this event alongside of Fury and Falcons.
Can't argue with that.
So Pistol with the conversion against the Force. Now the residuals carried through. You just need to get past this one if you FaZe, and you're off to a flyer of a start. Apex and Carrigan, 2 of the oldest players in attendance at the major. Carrigan the oldest at 35, Apex coming in at number 5. 32 years young, and these 2 are tied for most majors attended. But Apex has got them covered in the major trophy department. He's a 3-time major winner. 2 with Vitality, 1 back with Envious, which feels like a lifetime ago as far as his career is concerned. He's now in-game leader, no longer entry fragger. So trap set at ramp, and they're coming to investigate, so this won't be easy.
Apex is going to be in a prime position for an uncrouched one tap. Robs on the boost, gets nothing done. Apex drops off, that's audible. Jacob hears it. Doesn't overcommit to the duel.
Oh, back off, okay. Well, it's drawn more Vitality's players over to help investigate this, but it's more knocking on this door and then backing off.
And look at the space Twister's got in yard. No one in a position to kind of catch him as he crawls.
Again, another late round situation though, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Tuck Mustang, Heaven as well. This could go wrong for them. Twister's got his pathing ironed out. There's the reveal of Mezzi's position. Flamesy as well, good for the connection on that pistol. It's Twist that keeps FaZe in it. 18 seconds, that bomb's still on the floor. Lice idle, it needs to be planted. How do you finish this without chaos? Apex come up the vent, Carrigan gets caught by the backstab, but the frags come through. No need for a plant if you can frag them. Twists and Frozen, you said you wouldn't be able to keep them down. They get all 5 combined.
Okay, well, the most tense moment of it just yet, but happy to play these rounds out late FaZe, so keeping the comms cool, collected, and together. Now, Twist's the right-hand man of Carrigan. I'm sure he's more than happy to be reunited with Finn after the Liquid stint. He has a lot of admiration for the in-game leader and has learned a lot, but now he contributes. It's the assistant to Carrigan as far as the calls are concerned. We've got the odds on screen from our visual betting partner favoring Vitality. Understandably so. But we'll see if that's based in fact or fiction. So we get out the AWP into the first rifle round. Concerned about the leak into main. That'll be communicated, boys. It's possible, but it's ramp again.
Yeah, this time Robs. Apex, different setup and a different result. Apex gets the first, draws attention. Robs sprays down 2. That's exactly how that setup's supposed to work.
Yeah, and they have been trying to bully Robs, haven't they? So Apex to lend him a hand again in back-to-back rounds. This time with the rifles, now just 2 to find. Carrigan and Twists.
Ooh. Didn't quite nail that one or that one.
Okay, looking like it could be flawless. All 5 stand alive would bode well for Vitality going into the next gun round, because we know that FaZe will be buying back in. So they passed the first test on the rifle round, and yeah, the fact that Apex can swing into that, then Rops gets to activate while Jacob and Brokey are concerned with the Apex position. And then the rest is just sweeping it under the rug. So we're bringing some energy early. And they can buy, but there are a few issues. Deagle, Tech9, and a Galil, but they do get an ult. And they do get an AK. Brokey, look at this, fast and furious.
He gets noted. He was not going to overcommit to the fight. Zywoo providing some overwatch. Little boost. Could have an angle over that smoke if he's not careful. Even trying to jump spot over it. I think he may have caught a whiff, or at least suspect Zywoo is playing this right side of the warehouse. 40 damage to Frozen's face. That's bounced off from Mezzi.
If it was Zywoo's committed, right? Unless someone comes and throws a flash or the smoke all comes down, it's going to be tough for him to move.
Oh, wow. Ahead of the second piece. Twist gets caught.
Thought he was covered, didn't he? But I wasn't expecting that from Zywoo.
Over the top. Oh, Zywoo's staying dynamic. Nimble repositioning from Vitality sniper. Carrigan quickly confirms he's completely vacated, though.
Yeah, but you can turtle up right now on the CT side, right? You got this number advantage. We know that FaZe have been running these rounds down late. You're wary of the options, but you don't want to push into the lobby hole. We know what traditional responses are once you lose the yard space. Now, Carrigan, are you able to find the timing? Is it towards ramp or is it up the ladder?
He's not to know it, but both are good options. Carrigan, you've got to take it when it's there for you. You can't be trying to knife the woo. Gets the AWP going B. There's 2 bodies here. A Deagle up against Rob. Caught with his nade out. Awkward for Carrigan. Sure, you got some extra cash. They're flooding into the site now, and Rops is ready. on those double doors. Will he try and deny, or will he just play for the round? Oh. Swings on out, finds Frozen. There's another for Robs. Feasts on FaZe. No time for this one. Brokey could have an awkward one if he dies after. $0 in his bank account. And he'll get away with it.
Well, afforded the AWP save, but now that's 2 straight. And right there, Carrigan kills Zawu, just assumes that they can react in towards lower, but they thought that they're cross secret, right? So players were having to worry about that gap as well. Lots of FaZe fans all around the globe, people would love to see them make this run. Imagine FaZe in playoffs after the team that we saw in stage 1.
Crazy, huh? Always a showman is Carrigan. Going for the knife kill. I mean, actually, I reckon he's probably gone for the financial decision. He could actually justify that.
And this is the thing, right, when you look at FaZe, even when these two teams faced off last time, it was during EPL, and that's where Reign had to play because they weren't VRS compliant. So there was that whole issue, and they played and they had that Mirage game that was just an absolute barn burner. So for Carrigan, he knows, right, regardless of how this tournament started, going up against these top teams, this is what he prefers, right? These are the type of teams that he would love to lock horns with. Let's see if the scoreline can reflect that today. The pistol and the conversions is a nice bed of rounds. How many more are you going to be able to layer on top? That's the question going forward. So unless Brokey's able to insert himself into the conversation with the retained AWP, this does feel like a 3-0 response from Vitality.
Options does Brokey really have?
Trade. Your pistols make space, and then you have to hit the kill once you get the info. That's it. Like, he can take the first line, right, and then they're going to have to either jump for him or try and... Because these corridors, it's going to get real pokey.
Robs doesn't have that second man this time on ramp.
So if they get something up flashes, they're going to spring through, and then Brokey's going to have to hit a wild one.
Flash, Robs, dodge, perfect, double headshot. Somehow Twist has managed to hit the headshot with the Glock. Wallbang from Zywoo is actually going to connect. Oh, quick scope for 2. Wallbang hijinks, or posted, he's missed it. Frozen as well. That's cheeky. You see him go for that all the time. Rare to see it connect. Jacob, the unfortunate soul, caught by it.
And unfortunate for Brokey as well, right? Because they flash through and he just gets lined up by Robs' spray. He dies as the second player. The AWP's loose. Now Frozen's wielding it. See if he can do some damage. Even a couple of kills here would be nice. He would like to get himself the loss bonus. You don't want to find yourself in the same situation as Brokey, who is just going to be getting the 2400 into the next. So Walters in door. Ooh.
Mezzi saw a barrel.
And right now they've triangulated his position. So Mezzi claps forward, but it could be Zawu from the heavens to take him out. Not enviable there for Frozen, as that'll be another round where there is at least 4 players staying alive. So in this spree of 3, it's been 5-4-4. So starting to build a bit of a bank on the CT side. Here it is again, just dodges the flash to go down. Brokey doesn't even get a chance to use the saved AWP. On the second time of asking, Jacob just deleted from the equation. Twist doing some more damage on the clock, but that's all that was. And
I was thinking about...
Yeah, I thought he might be. Trying to get revenge for Zywoo. Oh, Apex has gone down early. That's a big opening kill from Carrigan. Long-range headshot. He's got his calling card sound effects from the crowd. Or an opening like that.
With the buy a little bit tough, right? Obviously, we can see Brokey coming in here with just a pistol upgrade. Smokeball now dotted in and down a man. You might have to take a bit of a risk right now. You've got the AWP floating yard, Flamesy in main, Robs towards ramp, and Mezzi anchoring top, classic, right? But do you rotate anybody down to B? Because that's going to weaken somewhere on the map. Or do you just gamble that it's going to be the A plane? If they do go B, you guys try and retake together, or you just save. Hot play.
Okay, he sticks around as well. Catching the descent of Brokey on the ladder through the edge of the smoke. Zywoo dancing with it. Does pay the ultimate price though. Frozen, an important trade. It still feels very stacked against him unless they can catch Flamesy with empty hands. That's a big one from Frozen.
Eyes on Carrigan though.
He's doing a lot. Mezzi will find. Oh, no, he won't. Twist, quick cover.
Oh, I think Carrigan's won the round with his position. I know it's a 1v3 at this point, but how's Robs meant to get back into this now? Either play through lobby, that's going to be tough, or up the heavens, and Carrigan has it locked. So with his move, and more importantly, Twist's kill there, that is round secure. So FaZe, they get back on the board. That's all through a Carrigan opener towards yard onto Apex for the opening jaunt.
This Twist Frozen duo is growing in my estimations with every time we see him in action.
Yeah, Twist likes to be aggressive, but not always the first man in, and Frozen is going to be that late safe pair of activation, and we saw him have a mammoth game on Nuke earlier in the tournament. Expect to see more of the two of them. Definitely pack a punch. It's if Jacob can start to feel comfortable, right? In some of these maps, he's not playing positions as he's used to. It's also a major rookie. His first season being elevated to the Tier 1, and Brokey's the one that I think has brought most people's concern, right? This is a player who we know he can be flary, but yet to hit that streak. Now maybe against the best teams in Counter-Strike, in the chaotic moments, he can start to activate and put on the show.
Very important sequence here. Finding Zywoo, not letting him dip away, and then finding Flames with nothing from the hut position.
Huge. Great
cover. Well, you asked when or how many more they can slather on top, chat. There's the first layer. A fourth round for your T-side haul in a best of one on Nuke.
Yeah, gotta get through at least one more of those. Again, my concerns are with FaZe's CT side. So if they're able to get 5 or 6 rounds on the T side, then maybe there's a real chance. And with 4 already, as you mentioned, they're off to a good start. I was going to start down Seeker with the AWP. Fortunately, his teammates have been able to... Oh,
we lost to Jacob through the flamesy spray.
Zywoo was worried. Oh, hang on. Carrying onto Apex again.
Same. On the silo. Apex gets caught. Flamesy's walking out. Twist on the other side of this, in the warehouse. Robs has been pulled away as well. They're greatly concerned about the potential for someone...
There's a lot of questions, right?
Activating yard.
I want to try and clear this out together. Zywoo could start poking his nose up secret, but elevated angles to worry about. Bomb needs to get across, or they're going to go in towards main. Well, right now, seeds are down is what FaZe are hoping to sow.
Oh, here you go. Twist. He adjusts, catches Mezzy, pantsed him. Uncomfortable for Vitality. And Zywoo, don't forget, completely disconnected from this. Flamesy has to step up. He has to deliver a multi-kill to keep Vitality's chances. Now Zywoo's been noted. Robs comes in from heaven, only the one. Kept humble by Twist.
Round.
There's another layer. A 5th. You said maybe 6. Well, it feels like the 5th is theirs. The 6th, perhaps even with a great advantage.
Yeah, looking at the finances, there should be enough for a buy as long as Zywoo saves. So I think the biggest issue for Vitality is you're not really able to agitate FaZe. Once they get the room, they're happy to play late. Oh, maybe Zywoo doesn't save. They are starting to track him down. Scope. I think it was noted there. So Zywoo to get blindsided.
Can't work it out.
Yeah, well, surprised that the timing on that was so quick. They're just going to run him down now. There'll be more bodies getting thrown at this. Want to remove the AWP from the big man's hands. Always been in fine form in 2025. I'm going to let this to be carried across as Twist goes down first, but surely he doesn't take anything more.
Oh, no scope doesn't connect, goes down to the bomb. Nothing brought through, so there will be some juggling of the finances to be done.
It depends on how important the AWP is to this game plan, because Apex...
Wait, that was how he killed him?
Ah.
Oh my.
All right, well...
Don't see that one every day. Flamesy's been working on something ahead of the major.
Tactical timeout taken from Xtaz, so you can tell that Vitality are under pressure if the scoreline wasn't doing it for you. Sure, the pistol round and then the conversions you lose after that one is standard. But now it's 2 rifle rounds that you've lost. You want to work out what the solution is going to be. And again, they're getting the space and they're waiting. And if your standard moves are in towards lobby or grouping up looking for fights, you haven't been able to find them yet. So this is where FaZe are doing a good job of avoiding any responses back. But again, I think that's I'm going to put that down to the response from Carrigan onto Apex from the top of Silo.
Yeah, twice now, back-to-back rounds.
And
Apex
in some of these games I've watched with Carrigan playing outside, especially on the CT side, and I think it's very questionable. But if he can find this level of impact when we flop sides, then
maybe he's been watching Apex demos.
He'll be showing himself. There's a few in-game leaders who play the yard position. Trying to read the smoke walls, inform your team of what comes next. They do really want the AWP. Zywoo gets it again. Just ladder on util, but they are able to get rifles. And
and they get an opening this time. Twist will be kept to a goose egg in round 9.
Well, it hasn't mattered, right? There was the opening kill in the last, but then there was one drawn back. So will that happen again? So he gets that kill, immediately pivots back to Turtle and tuck up with his team. Make sure they can be a bit more connected. Redeploy the squeaky smoke. Carrigan heading back to outside just to throw something to keep them guessing. Top main smoke, credit card molly. pushes Zywoo off the line. Apex the Joker over towards ramp in case they do want to pounce onto Robs. But karrigan throws those nades and then calls at Jacob and Brokey to join him. So again, this slow pace, this roll, they're in absolutely no rush. Another smoke to block door. There's 3 channeled in there to go off that choke point. Ramp pressure, missed Molly, but it's yard into main most likely.
Yeah, and Zywoo's managed to find karrigan as well, just ahead of the wrap into main. Flames, he's got a potent position as well. Feels like he's destined for a frag. Mezzi can swing off the contact. Smoke will limit what Mezzi can do, but Flames has got a great angle for this. Just on the very edge of the smoke. Brokey swinging in, unprepared. Jacob provides a trade. It's a 2-on-4. A headshot from Frozen. Zywoo, another frag with this AWP. He's been all over the map like a rash. And Jacob caught jumping. Mezzi securing Vitality's 4th. Just making the most out of that opening kill. Zywoo just, I mean, if you looked at where those kills happened across the map, every single one he's teleported at least, you know, to the other side.
That's what you want to see. Your AWP staying active, but with it being sensible, right? So there's a couple of times he's been able to track Twist behind these smokes. But Twist is going to feel like he's got a bit of a leash on him in some of these moments, but still being able to find his impact. Timeout taken, second for Neo. See that money on screen right now. Okay, sounds like they want to try and get away with a bit of a top split here with the Tech-9 coming in through the main smoke. So the AK's in the hands of Jacob and Brokey. Apex was talking about the stance on yard. Now, you know that you are going to be against a lighter buy. So do you want to risk playing forward on yard to really curtail their plays? Or do you just want to hunker down in case there's some type of a top pop? It's going to come down to timing. From what it sounded like karrigan was calling, you need to be able to, first of all, nestle into these smokes. Okay, Apex is playing forward. Apex gets a kill here. Whatever karrigan wanted to call has been stifled. He goes to look top silo. Doesn't find what he's looking for, and he's actually dipping back. There's so many bodies yard, so maybe it's not going to be a top play at all. Twist is the one with that Tech-9, so he might be trying to catch vent rotations.
Ahead of the smokes, and yeah, Apex gets taken down by Jacob. Forces Flamesy down the vent. Twist won't be catching that rotation.
Either way, he's still in a great position to activate and keep options open.
Oh, this is a good angle from Zywoo if they're trying to cross back. No, a full backtrack, not main. Maybe main? Just as he unzooms. Now they're pathing. Mezzi, what have you got? Needs more. Gets himself 2 on the floor. There's Zywoo. Missing a shot. Up the vent is Flamesy. Does find a way to get into action. Overwhelmed. Frozen and karrigan partner up. It's Robs. They find him as well. Frozen. Every time he walks into that site, he leaves with 2 kills. Leaves with another round. 6 T-side rounds in this best of 1.
Yeah, and Apex going down first again there. So that's tough. It's just going to make life so difficult to win these rounds when you're in a 4v5. You think that they've gone down secret off of the information that was given. Flamesy's down the vent. Mezzi does great with 2, right? But for Flamesy, it's desperate. He's trying to hightail up. He's trying to join this. That heaven smoke you push through if you ROPS. And it's too late. He's letting out the roar is Brokey. And they get fired up with this one. 6 rounds T-side FaZe. Trending very nicely now. It's going to be force buying out the half for Vitality. They lose this, the next round bio look even worse. 8. A real possibility for FaZe on their T-half.
You can't trip over here. These are those rounds that can get Vitality back on their mojo. Charging in towards Robs, and he gets absolutely nothing. Flattened by Frozen. His 13th frag. And it gives them a lot of room on ramp. Flames, you can see, has managed to maneuver towards control, trying to play for 1.
This is more of what we've seen, right? They get positional control, then they hit the brakes. They sit, everyone just has to make sure they're not getting caught off guard by any pushes or any re-aggresses, and then karrigan seems to be having a very good job calling his players in. Sure, there's some moments where Frozen or Twist, they're going off with some aim, but that's what he expects from his players. This is what's in their DNA. Another 30-second finish.
Spots out Apex. FaZe flirting with smoke.
Looks like if they finish towards B, right, doing that towards topside as
perfect.
and then just, yeah, in the side. Zywo goes down. You've lost another in what could have been a conversation in some last-second chaos. Now you're just going to be chasing ghosts at the moment, Vitality.
I mean, the kill from Twist onto Zywo is just testament to how much uncertainty FaZe have managed to manufacture.
Yeah, they get to the desperation point of the round where Vitality has to make a move.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just staying static with the gamble. And they are looking for the save. So only 1,900 coming into the final round of play. As mentioned, their buy could have looked worse than this. So if they do hold on to these, at least they have some upgrades that they can buy behind or try and bolster with a little bit of utility. But right now, you're looking to salvage 5. FaZe have won the half.
Yeah, going to be feeling like a cold start for Vitality if it keeps going this way.
Shades of Austin.
We talked about it, static friction, these teams starting in stage 1 for FaZe.
Terrorists win.
And no one's saying, even FaZe won't deny it, it was not pretty. They held on and seemed to find their groove as they strode into the second stage. Now, hanging out at the big boy table where most would have expected on name value alone, FaZe to be. Hasn't been that story. Some shortcomings throughout the season. Obviously, the replacement of Rain under scrutiny, eyes on Brokey. But a 7-4 soon to potentially be 8 T rounds in a best-of-1 on Nuke.
At this point of your phase, just stick to the game plan. Like keep the pace, right? Do your openers, get some space, and then hit the brakes, because it's working.
Zywo should have a sightline here, unless they pass close to the smoke. Does look like that's what they're doing, though, ducking under. Oh, he spots nothing. Boost not going to work out. Wall of smokes. Some pepper thrown into them. Just 20 damage to boast. From both the MP9 and Mezzi's M4. A bit more onto the tail. Catches Brokey, puts him low. FaZe needs impact here.
Rops is coming to join him.
Zywo's managed to connect. At the same time, though, they do clear out FaZe with empty hands. It's Rops up next to ban. They got their knives out. They weren't ready for him so soon.
2 of them are so low.
Yeah, they're really susceptible to these SMGs now. This is an opportunity for Vitality just to get back in the driving seat. He's done it!
Pivot up, vent.
Opens up the heavens, removing Mezzi. And they can pivot straight up the vents. Sure, low HP. This retake will be sketchy. Not a comfortable post plant by any stretch of the imagination. Brokey, a bit of a loose piece. Might be able to catch Rops on the next swing. Yes, he will! Rops goes down. Extra uncomfortable now. Apex onto Jacob. Frozen is tucked in. Zywo's advancing. Guaranteed collision course set, and he's not ready for Frozen. Apex is just going to go for the stick, perhaps. 5-seconder. Frozen, what have you got, mate? Flash, smoke, defuse! Apex, a little ninja on top! Gives Vitality a 5th.
Well, Hail Marys are how you're going to get your rounds. This is going to be a tough second half of play. FaZe with 7 on the T-hole. The pistol was nice, but the pace was better.
One hell of a half. It's a cold start for Vitality. Ending up on Nuke, up against FaZe Clan to start off their stage 3, to start off their major. A third stage for FaZe, starting all the way back, and they are already in motion. The kinks have been ironed out. A Ninja defused to deny what would have been an 8-4 half. Maybe that is a difference maker from Apex, just to get them situated. We have swapped sides. T side for Vitality, and I'm sure those odds are going to be cut in half.
So they're going to be 2 for 2 in the pistol department for FaZe. Phillies for Brokey. Smoke to block for Frozen. Flash for Carrigan to set up his teammates. In towards top side. Twists starting main in case door swings wide open. Now, as he top a silo, he's going to have some util to lob in with some flashes. So Brokey, I think he's going to probably be mollied off top heart in this situation. Smoke for main. Here comes the molly. They're outdoor.
Finds his reaction. He tucks on the hut side. It's Jacob. Double kill on the pistol. Then Brokey as well. Looking perfect. Looking spotless. Jacob's going to get a firm slap on the back if they can convert this one. He can with a 4th. G'ing up the Rager rookie, as you should, as he's just given you a leap in the right direction.
Yeah, for Carrigan, right, with this kid on his left-hand side here, it's all about positive reinforcement, right? It's about anything that he does that can bring you around. And something magical like this, putting you one step closer. It's beautiful, right? Because this is where my concerns were. Carrigan being the outside rifler and Jacob being the top anchor. It doesn't really suit Jacob's style of play, but if he's able to get more comfortable, right, sit back sight and put his aim in the window, it's Frozen also G's up the boy. This is going to be an eco now for Vitality.
And while I understand the concerns of those two positions, Frozen on ramp, though, has been putting in such a great shift. And that's one hell of a nade, 100 damage dealt to Vitality here on the eco.
Definitely the cleanest FaZe have looked, right? This is very comprehensive as the flashes come out, and
he's got to get out.
Flashed off the line, so they do get the space, but remember it's just the Glocks, right? If they get the kill in that moment, it's a little bit more threatening. At this moment, they still need to take the next swing, and it looks like they want to try and pipe in towards Heaven and Hell.
Ooh, Brokey catches a headshot.
Well run.
Carrigan and Brokey defending themselves comfortably. Team effort.
It's going to be important, these two, right? Because I did say Carrigan outside rifler, well, Brokey is his support piece. The other one being Twist from main, who'll be the doorman. So the combinations and what are they expecting from Vitality? We haven't seen them play in 3 weeks.
Counter-terrorists win.
Just making sure you're coming in with new ideas, right? That's going to be one of the keys. But Nuke, it felt to me when I saw it in the video, I was like, okay, well, from what I've seen from FaZe, I know they've played it a bunch of times, but they've eked through against lesser opponents than this. So 4 rounds consecutive required right now from Vitality just to tie things up 9 apiece. First gun round, second half. And a bit of a bonus available. Twist gets to keep this MP9. Famous for Carrigan. So they want to just treat this like a standard gun round, but they want to get a little bit kinky with it. Damage done on Desiree down, confirmed damage with the nade. Apex leading the charge. Head on the smoke timing.
Yeah, but this 2-man secret duo. Oh, and they even spot him trying to worm around the smokes.
So they completely left top unfortified. It's just carrying towards Heaven. They're not really actively holding the position. Or if they want to get out Squeaky or Hut, they can. So they are playing for extremities. Secret players can clamp in. The ramp players can play together. And just giving away A. Zawu parks up for now. Feels like FaZe, even in the first half, you get space, you wait. You let Vitality make the next move. We capitalize on top of that. So you do the same now as we just have hit the 55-second mark. Zawu, info, doesn't want to peek this corner, doesn't know about twists.
Could lead to a free frag. Nice tap. Zawu caught off by Twist, but a great find onto Jacob. It's Rops trying to hold on to the lobby. Carrigan goes down, actually. That might indicate that the A site might be more open than they realize.
The bomb, right? So they've had to smoke off radio, they can pick it up, and now they need to get in. So they have given time for FaZe to rotate over. Oh,
Frozen. Ramsey holds him. Nice angle adopted, just taps the head off of Frozen, trying to clamp down. Bomb
starts to be planted. Twist is going to break the smoke open.
Some Some damage inflicted, but Flamesy provides the covering fire, tracks the trajectory well. Brokey in the clutch, denied by Robs. That's Vitality, taking the first gun round on their T-side campaign.
Yeah, so you get the kill right there onto Jacob. That's the top defender. Twist is the one to get the trade. At that point, you know that's both A defenders, right? And then they're able to walk out, and they're dealing with Carrigan, who, as mentioned, was kind of just minding it, right? He wasn't really there to secure the site, just to keep his eyes on. And they took a little bit of a gamble on the bonus, knowing that they would be able to buy again into the next. So this time it's 5 M4s. Everybody strapped. No defuse kit. Frozen up to 17 kills. Twisted 11. Two of them putting in a shift here. Yeah, another deep nade. Does find his targets, and Twist worming forward.
Oh, he's going to be tucked in, hoping to be overlooked. And is overlooked. How far does he really want to push this? This seems a little ambitious. This seems a little audacious. Budapest, the crowd though, behaving themselves. Got to respect that. This is a massive play, a massive risk being adopted here by RVD. Now chooses to engage. Zywoo will immediately find the trade. He couldn't wait forever.
Yeah, what restraint though for Zywoo not to walk past the line drawn in the sand that he didn't even know existed.
Yep.
So Apex goes down, gives away another opener short. It's another one in a rifle round, which is the part that hurts, but he is now able to in-game lead from the grave. So Bomber's going to be scooped up by Mezzy. Ops is tasked with holding lobby. Block smoke again. Now, do they want to try and par through? Looks like it. Jacob and Brokey going to power it for Hart. Carrigan can always walk through the door smoke. And Frozen also coming in to bear down to take this control. Ops making no secret of the lobby presence. The rest of them try and take space on yard. Mezzy now lobbing out smokes.
The timing really does favor FaZe. Just as they start piling in for the lobby clears, Robs is knife out heading to join the pack.
But is it secret, right? When you look at the amount of time on the clock, I feel like if you're rotating down, which they have done, there's two players, Carrigan and Frozen, both down here, 25 seconds left on the clock. Ooh. Carrigan gets one, you're just going to be running knife out, and then you're likely going to be meeting Frozen head on. Time's the problem.
Here they come, and he does get his. Now Frozen up to bat.
Just has to deny the plan.
That's all he has to do. Zywoo though parting in, he's a brutal aimer. Ooh, trade from Mezzy, time to plant just about, throws out the molly, and with a second to spare, they punch in the code. Oh, if Frozen gets a second, it's absolutely round over.
Do you want to risk the finances? It's a 2v2. Remember, there was no kit in play. They're going to give this one a look. They're going fishing. Brokey and Jacob.
Okay. Robs is ready on the stairs. Brokey, oh, actually confirms his position, baits him in with a step and the angle of approach. It's only Mezzy, and he's only got 30 HP. Jacob's found ya! That is a FaZe Clan round! A risky maneuver considering the financial ramifications, but they go for it and they nail it.
Okay, well, Diffuse is coming through. And just the silence sowing the seeds of doubt as that one is confirmed.
Team ace, Chad.
Double digits. And that's a risk to go for that type of round. Maybe a little bit resting on your laurels there, Vitality, assuming them to make the save for the two calls, but their best of one. Those are the difference makers. And this is how it started. So Twist just keeping Apex on the line the whole time. Immediate trade from Zywoo. So no chance for Twist to be able to adjust, but this is unusual to see Robs not being able to connect the dots for at least one. Then Mezzy just tucked in. That is a huge round.
Undeniable.
All right, well, odds have spilled over in favor of FaZe now. Just 3 more to convert this map. A lot of catching up to do with your Vitality. Now it's your money that's the question.
Oh, that's a great opening in the head-to-head. Apex and Carrigan.
Get his own back.
Chance of a second as he tries to tag up Brokey. Does connect 2 bullets.
So now you got to ask yourself the question, FaZe. Are they down secret? You have to acknowledge it at some point. Apex is going to take a bit more yard space as Twist wants to monitor if he can catch them trying to go around towards Heaven and Hell. Brokey will bolster over towards ramp alongside of Frozen. And Jacob, as mentioned, having a top hanger, it's not an enviable position. So they're taking the gamble. Frozen's going to go up Heaven. Brokey will jiggle from elbow.
Shades of that FaZe freeze from the first half. Silent drop in.
Bomb outside a lobby, so top finish might be into the stack.
It's Jacob that goes searching for these potential head-to-heads, and he does have quick reactions. You can see how quick he was to the trigger. Mezzy gets away with his life, though. Twist Oh, he spots out Apex on the fade, not expecting a second mock ban though. That's going to be a free one for ZywOo, pathing in. Jacob's got an awful lot to do. Oh, quick for the second. ZywOo gets put in the dirt. Brokey's here. Robs his two though, makes like a little sing. Throws it in the cloud. Breaks on out and delivers.
The gamble pays off. Everybody ready to respond to the topside play. They sold ramp, and that's 11. The money busts open for Vitality now, and Jacob, that's the double you need. You had the pistol impact, you've done it on the rifles, and you're looking more comfortable in this FaZe jersey now, son.
How do FaZe Clan keep baffling us? Pundits, analysts, fans alike, you just don't know where to place this team. Stride into stage 3, one of the big 3, and you're 2 rounds away.
Karrigan holding on for dear life there.
What's this? Pacey, punchy into Jacob, and he's gonna pass the test, lay down the law, send him back to spawn.
1 round T-side Vitality, that's an eco, but the guns come back out. You need 6 straight, that's just for overtime. Looking to start back-to-back majors in the 0-1 department. Last time it was Legacy, this time it's FaZe. It's only the second tactical timeout taken. It's been going a whole lot worse than that, but the way back in, you've got another best of 1 coming later today. An opportunity at this moment as well, considering how many rounds you have. Sure, you take a risk too far, you give the way back in, but you have some options available, right? You're able to play a little bit more outside the box. You can go for these gambles because you have the lead. You have the buffer to have your chances. So they want to try and just finish them off. The knockout blow. And the Kings of Counter-Strike in 2025, they've been on their knees in this second half of the season, year. Oh, no, false start there, everybody. Looks like there's a slight tech issue. We'll get that one sorted. And
yeah, we detected unprecedented decibels from Brokey's mic.
Frozen up to 20 frags. Jacob up to 15. Sure, he had some eco bashes there, but the kid's been earning them, doing it the hard way. One more game on either stream for the first round of the best of 1s. Furia versus Na'Vi coming up next right here. Bait versus Falcons on that secondary stream to get your eyes on. Oh my, okay, there we go. Just had the round state rebooted, so no issues. Everybody gets what they should. And the long way back up begins now for Vitality. Now, whatever you call, if FaZe decide to play on the front foot, is removed immediately, right? Whatever the plan was, whatever Apex is talking about right now, whatever X has just said in that tactical, if FaZe decide to be the ones to set the tone, you're at that point mid-rounding. You're responding to them. Doesn't look to be the case. It's very default. I was worried about this CT side. No idea why.
Smokes dribbled in. And Apex is going to try and worm through that additional smoke. And who's responsible for that? You saw Brokey firing off a couple of shots, but he has got his back turned. It looks like Apex has been set up to succeed with these 3 smokes.
Good timing.
Really good timing.
Not going to go up, though, so likely backstabbing ramp here.
Brokey is going to be a sitting duck. The pathing of this is so quick. 1 minute on the clock. He wants to check if there's another free frag available to him. This is audacious, and so taps him out.
That happened quick.
Now you've got to try. Oh, he's running towards B. The whole squad are. Flamesy, sure, you found Karrigan, but Frozen's in a position to at least contribute. Nice clean kill. Bombs there as well. They're starting to commit. The rotations come through. Tries to have a sightline over the Flames there. Robs to provide covering fire on the double door side. Frozen somehow alive. Repositions, low HP. Warded away and actually gets caught by the spray.
They're pinned in.
Yeah,
Flamesy's behind him.
Here. Flamesy denies twist.
Oh, in the smoke, Jacob.
Where are you going? Trying to maneuver away. Door in a hunt from ZywOo, tracks it nicely.
Give it a go, why not? You're already here.
We may as well have a little look.
Oh, if you don't get activated now, are we saving or are we going? Or he's trying to get out of there. Just looking for the safest path possible. So we'll retain this AK-47, and that's all on Apex, right? Finding the timing. Once he kills Brokey, he knows that Frozen's going to be down on B, likely dealing with Secret, right? Because that was where those smokes also indicated it could have been a possibility to cross, but there you have it. The second round on the T side. And the first of what needs to be 6 consecutive. Just 5 more of those. How many more gaps can you find if you're Apex? Oh, okay. Good cam there. You can see exposed to main.
Had no idea, did Carrigan.
Just quicker on the timing. At this point, I'm sure Brokey's screaming, but handling that. Walking the tightrope right now. This will not be easy for Vitality.
Yeah, first of 6 required. 5 map and match points.
Elevated angle for Brokey. Just be wary about Silo. They're going for the clears again. This time, no fast pathing from Apex.
We might get Apex here for free. Walks into the crosshairs of Brokey. Vitality now working at a disadvantage, only for a moment. Zywoo manages to catch Twist just on a smoke spam. And Brokey actually sees that as an invitation to go pushing. Flames is so close to this line. Quick reactions out of Brokey. Drake coming in. How's he not dead? He's covered by Jacob. That's how. Rob's down. 2 to find in his face is map. Jacob's delivering. Zywoo can't save him. It's Jacob to close it. And FaZe Clan starting off stage 3 with a bang.
Oh, they're carrying that momentum from stage 2 in battle. Now battle hard, and this team on Nuke, I have my doubts, but they put them to rest. 13-7 is a statement. The jersey says one thing, the players the other. This team, they are marching their way forward and not slowing down with that momentum that they are picking.